Hey, church family, I just want to take a minute to share with you some important details around the month of December for us. But first, if you're watching this video on social media, we don't always post updates like this there. So if you'd like regular updates to your inbox, feel free to sign up for that at thedoor.org. We'd love to stay connected with you this way. Okay, so here we are. It's December. Merry Christmas. I'm going to start at the end of the month and move my way backwards. So first, before I say Merry Christmas, actually I already said it, but I'll also say Happy New Year. December 31st, that date really highlights for us the importance of the month of December financially for our church family. Many of you know that a large percentage of our annual giving comes in the last month of the year, so right here in December. And so our invitation's always the same. Will you take some time? Will you pray? Will you ask God to lead you? And ask God how God might be inviting you to invest in what He is doing in and through His church, our church family, throughout the month of December. And then as you sense God leading you, I want to encourage you, even if it's a big step of faith, to just practice obedience in that. And we believe that as we all individually practice obedience to how God is leading us, that God will tell the story He wants to tell. And we're on that ride together as a church. So a couple more things. One is if you want to know how you can give, you can go to thedoor.org. It's pretty clear how you can give right up there at the top of the website. You can also give at one of our giving stations during our weekend church services. So, okay. And then lastly, on that note, a few weeks ago, we had our semi-annual family gathering. We're doing 2 a year now. We used to do 1. And all that is, it's a deep dive into the organization and finances of our church and also some vision regarding the future. And the last one we did in November, the house was packed. It was so cool to see so many of you there. We're going to do another one in May, right before the end of our fiscal year, at the end of June. But this one was, it was really great to see so many of you there. And it just highlighted for me the interest that people have when it comes to the organization, the finances of our church family. I want to share high-level detail and updates like this and during weekend gatherings, but if you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out. If you go to our website, thedoor.org, all of our staff information, contact information is there. Also, you have an email address. You can reach out to our board of elders as well, and we'd love to meet you in any questions you have regarding our church family organization or finances or something else. So don't hesitate to reach out. Okay, now let's continue to rewind through the month of December. December 29th is a Sunday. Now, we always gather on Sundays, but we are not gathering on December 29th. So mark your calendars. If you show up that morning, no one will be here except for people who didn't see this update. And so the reason why we're doing that is because December 24th, we have 2 Christmas Eve gatherings at 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. And then shortly before that, just a few days before that, we have our last Sunday in Advent, we have a church gathering as well. And so December 29th is going to be a time for volunteers, for staff, for all of us to rest and practice God's presence and word in our own homes that Sunday morning. So December 24th, 3 p.m., 5 p.m., Christmas Eve services here. Want to invite you to that. Want to invite you to think about somebody in your life too that could potentially step into church community. It's a really easy service to invite people to. We're trying to, throughout the whole month of December, through all of Advent, just cast a very clear vision as to who Jesus is. And we're doing that for our whole church family, of course, but we're also doing that for those that you are inviting throughout the month of December to visit your church family. And so I want to encourage you to do that. Also, we are doing what we're calling an Advent after party. So every Sunday throughout the month of December, after our church gathering, we're just slowing down. There's going to be crafts for kids and families in the building. There's going to be donuts and hot chocolate and things like that. Want to encourage you to just slow down, and especially if you invite somebody this month, it's a great space to be able to introduce them. I'll be wandering around, our staff will be, and just a great space to introduce people to your church family in a real simple way. And so let's slow down together throughout the month of December. Okay, so the last thing I want to share with you feels kind of weird because it's something happening in April, but I'll share why I'm mentioning it on this video. We're hosting a conference. We don't do a lot of conferences on purpose, but we're hosting one that I think is going to be really special. It's called Exiles in Babylon. And it's going to be in April 3rd, 4th, and 5th, I believe, 3-day conference here at Church of the Open Door. We are partnering with Preston Sprinkle, with Theology in the Raw, and with Transform Minnesota and hosting this conference. It is way more than hosting now. It's more of a partnership, as we've discovered, so many shared values along the way. So I'm not going to go into a lot of details. I've already done that during a weekend gathering here with you, but I want to encourage you to go to theologyintheraw.com. And on that website, you can find information about this conference. Now, the reason why I'm telling you now is because registration is cheaper during December. In January, registration for it will go up. This conference is going to dive into some of the most difficult topics of our day. And the goal is not just to teach us how to think, or teach us what to think, The goal is to teach us, as followers of Jesus, how to think and how to practice the way of Jesus, especially when it comes to some of the most difficult topics of our day. And so I want to encourage you to register. Would love to have you be a part of that with me. Okay, that's all I have for this video. I hope that it was informative for you. Feel free to email info@thedoor.org if you have any questions. Meanwhile, may this month be marked by rest. May this month be marked by the presence of God. Emmanuel, God with us. God bless you, church family. We'll see you soon.